Foxside Amplified, Jacqueline Schultz with us today to talk about an issue a lot of people have been talking about, and that is what's happening with Prim. And for full transparency, we actually recorded one of these amplifieds, and then a lot of stuff changed just in the last couple of days on what's happening there. So originally, July 4th, the company said, we're done.
Yep.
We're shutting down. We're leaving
Yep,
town.
the operators. And they're still shutting down.
Yeah.
Primadonna, the company, is still shutting down. Again, a recap for everybody. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, what a day to give to all the workers that they're all going to be let go. They are going to lose their jobs, and their apartments, their worker housing will be shut down as well. So for the past few weeks, the Prim family, who's like the landlords, think of them as the landlords. They own the land on which the businesses are. They have to hire an operator to essentially have all these employees and run everything and operate everything. They had been searching day and night, they say, like sleepless nights to try to find an operator. And a few weeks ago, we announced at the beginning of June that Terrible's, a very popular gas station across southern Nevada, had come to an agreement with the Prim family. Now, this week on the 25th, don't know when this amplifier is going to be up there, but on the 25th of June, or July, the 25th of June, rather, the Gaming Control Board had an emergency meeting to be able to give Terrible's a license to operate the casinos and some of the slot machines at the gas station. So that was even kind of a giant hurdle in itself, because when do you hear a company getting a gaming license in a matter of like 2 to 3 weeks?
Well, it helps that they are a local company that, the Gaming Commission and the state are pretty connected with. I have to guess that they're, the parties involved probably reached out to them and said, you'd be perfect for this if you guys want to take on this challenge. And, maybe they even kind of took out some of the red tape to get him along.
Oh, yeah. It had to be an effort from the state. It's actually 2 states, as I'll explain in a little bit, are kind of getting involved in making sure everything stays open. Governor Lombardo had called the Terribles family, the Herbst family. They're like, can you do something to help? They have the resources. They've been in gaming before. They have slot machines and machines in their gas stations. They've operated a casino before, so this isn't new for them. So they were willing to come in and help. And certainly they know the gas station business. They know the gaming business. They know it's lucrative. And so as I talked to the CEO of Terribles yesterday, he said it's kind of a plug and play for us right now, that we can take this over. There's still a lot to be determined and worked through. July 4th is the day that the Primadonna company is shutting down. They are going to cease to exist as a company. All the workers at Prim have been onboarded with Terribles, so they are Terrible's employees, thankfully, at this point.
And those are the workers that didn't already leave, maybe, because, they, like you mentioned, they got this news back on May 5th, and so they thought, oh, gosh, I got 3 months or whatever to figure out what I'm going to do, because not only do some of them rely on this paycheck, but they also rely on the housing that's out there. So there were a handful of people, I think, when you talk to some other folks that said they've already moved on. They've moved out, or they've done whatever they need to do. But that was another concern here. This wasn't just jobs for a lot of people. They lived in the housing, because the unique situation of where Prim is, there's not a lot of housing around it. So they had built housing for these folks, and they live there, and they own that too.
It's kind of, I asked one of the workers, are you frustrated by the situation, or are they frustrated? Some people had been looking for a change anyway, and this was an opportunity. From what I'm told from people, Clark County really stepped in with moving trucks, helping people with first month, second month rent, really paving the way for people to get resources, even like with a shuttle to be able to take people to apply for SNAP, apply for benefits. So there was a lot of hands-on to get people help. Some people are already moved out or have found a different job. For those who have moved out but are still working in Prim, they may have to end up commuting. And so there's a lot of still instability, but workers are kind of working it out, so to speak.
And we talked about the gaming license and getting that pretty quickly, but it's sort of like a portion of what they really will ultimately need if they want to operate the full-on casinos there, because like you said, it'll be some of the gas stations, some of the casino stuff, but there are, especially if they want to open all the resorts, there's large regular casinos there that they have to still kind of go through some stuff to get
Yep.
fixed.
So just a little backing up a little bit. The gas stations, they're going to be open through July
Yeah,
4th.
no
It's going to be
problems
a
there.
big holiday. Things are already going to be open. It's going to fully transition to Terribles by then. That won't be a problem. And the Starbucks, some of the other stores that travelers rely on, those will all be fine. As for the gaming floors, Terribles told me that they hadn't even been let onto the floor yet with their teams. There's still negotiations between Affinity Gaming and Primm that have to happen, and then the Terribles will come in with their team. And basically, their goal right now, the Terribles family tells me, is just making sure everything's stable, stabilizing
Yeah.
everything. As we know,
Stop the bleed.
yeah, and anybody who's gone through a company buyout, there's a lot of red tape you have to work through months. And so the license with the Gaming Control Board is going to last a year, because then a year later they're going to come back and hopefully they'll be able to discuss more than just staying the course. There are thoughts about the future of Prim, but right
Sure.
now it's just making sure everything's stable and having a company, a set of workers with their housing and keeping everything moving forward as is.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it because this story continues to change. I know you're reporting. Talia Kirkland's done some reporting. That's all on fox5vegas.com, here on Fox 5 Vegas Plus as well. And when we'll check back in a year, maybe before then, on Amplified and see what is going on with Prim. So many opportunities for things to change
Plenty.
there. Thanks for being here.